Hi, Taurus. It's me, your girl, the Kinky Witch. How are we doing today? Taurus, today we're coming through with your 10th house, Midheaven, career and professional guidance reading. All right, Taurus, we'll be looking at the energetic period of April 15th through May 15th. I'm currently recording after the 15th because life happens. And we go with the flow, right? When it does, we go with the flow. All right, Taurus, let us pray. Divine Mother, Father God, angels, ancestors, and guides, I ask that you allow me to see and say all that I must. What is your guidance for Taurus? What is your guidance for Taurus? Taurus, this can also apply to your sun, moon, rising, and descendant signs. So if it resonates, take what apply. But if it don't, we have a saying in this house, you leave it for the owner. It's not yours, don't pick it up. Okay? Okay. All right. All right, Spirit. What is your message for Taurus? So we'll be using the Getting into the Vortex by Esther and Jerry Hicks for oracle messages, clarify with tarot, and then we close out with some guidance from the 4 agreements. Okay. You. Hey. All right, Taurus, let's see what Spirit got for you. It's number 12, which breaks down to 3. It says, I can attract relationships that agree with my desires. There we go. So it says, people are not finding it difficult to find the mate of their dreams because that person is not out there, but because of their own contradictions to their own desire in the thoughts they offer about the subject every day. When you consistently offer thoughts about your future relationship that feels good while you think them, that means you're consistently matching the desire that you have discovered as you have lived life. And under those conditions, only someone in agreement with your desires could come to you. So we're attracting what we want. We're attracting the businesses, the partnerships, the collaborations. We're attracting that which we seek, Taurus, to keep that in mind. Next one, we have a 27, which breaks down to 9. So it's 3, 9. It says, billions of us are living in perfect diversity. It's actually one of my favorite cards in this deck. Right? Let's go farther. There we go. If we go farther out. It says the diversity of your planet is of tremendous value and benefit, because from diversity springs all new ideas and expansion. Without the diversity, there would be complacency and endedness. You are billions of people living the perfect diversity, just as you knew you would, constantly asking for improvement and thereby setting up for the next generation. That improved life experience, if you understood that and no longer clamored for the one right way to live, things would go better for you sooner. So what I'm getting here, Taurus, is collaboration is going to be key in your career during this period in time, right? Diverse collaborations. Don't close the door out to for people. Do not let your biases get in the way, okay? Like, oh, I don't want to work with people like that because, or oh, they hired that person. People like those are like, you got to drop the biases. Taurus is what Spirit is saying here in order for you to attract the right situation for you, okay? Number 40, that breaks down to 4. It says, I intend to create from my place of positive attraction. Absolutely, Taurus. I love this for you. It says the individual creators who are coming together must be in a place of positive attraction before they come together, or nothing positive can come out of the co-creation. If you are negatively focused and not feeling good, you can only attract others who are in the same state of negative attraction. That is why looking for a mate from a place of insecurity or lack of anything can never bring you the mate you really want, but instead brings you one who amplifies your current lack. Absolutely. Sometimes especially in the professional world, right? Being in HR, one of the things I see and I try to explain to people is that you are in control of your own self. That is it. You do not have control over the people around you. You do not have control over how people think, feel, what they're going to do, but you have control over you. So if you know that for this business relationship that you're calling in, you need someone that is tactile, that is smart. You need someone that is going to go with the flow. You need someone that is creative. Like you're building the person that you want to attract to you that would be perfect and ideal to help you in this situation, but you can't just think about what they lack, right? You can't think about what you don't want, because what you don't want is only going to bring in what you don't want. Okay? The next one we have is 23, which breaks down to 5. It says manifestations are the indicators of my beliefs. Right? You can see her little face. So cute. Okay. All right. So, sorry if her face is glaring. All right, there we go. It says, it is always true that whatever you are living always matches your chronic vibrational patterns or beliefs. And it does not matter if you have an excellent excuse for your negative thoughts and negative emotions, they still equal your point of attraction. What is manifesting on every subject in your life is an indicator of the beliefs you hold and your chronic patterns of thought. Taurus, you're calling in a collaborative energy. You're wanting to collaborate, you're wanting to co-create, you're wanting to build. What you want to work on is going to involve group work, whether it's school, whether it's your professional life, whether it's your personal life. You want to call in the right people to help you get a job done. Spirit is saying the only way that's going to happen is if you're literally living and thinking and breathing in the positive vibration of that energy. Yes, we know people are fuck ups. Do we want to think about the fuck ups? No. Yes, we know people are full of caca. Do we only want to think about the people that are full of caca? No. When you find your mind going down the path of you got to pull yourself back. Because the minute you start thinking about what's negative, the minute you start thinking about what's not going to work, the minute you start thinking about, oh God, this person's going to bring this, and this, and all the drama, that's all you're calling in. Is someone that's going to be that and do that. But when you set your mind on what it is that you seek, it seeks you back, right? So focus on the good, focus on that good feeling, focus on the positive energy, focus on that which you want. You want success, you want a great co-creative environment, you want this project to get knocked out the park, you want this what is this collaboration to hit it. Like you want somebody that you could work with, somebody you could vibe with, somebody that feeds off of you as you feed off of them, right? Someone that is equally clothed. Focus on what you want. Do not pay attention to the other stuff, because the noise will interfere and that will break your vibrational energy. All right? All right. Let's clarify for Taurus. Let's clarify for Taurus. We're not staying here long tonight, guys. We are not staying here long. Okay. All right. We're clarifying. I can attract relationships that agree with my desires. All right. Last one. All right. All right. I can attract relationships that agree with my desires, right? Page of Pentacles. Yes, you want to attract a relationship that is going to bring you to the money, right? You have an idea that you know is going to bring bank. You have an idea that you know is going to be straight money, right? Whether it is that you're in school, whether this is that you are working for yourself, or like you have an employer or you are the employer, whatever it is, this co-creative energy that you're calling in is has the potential of being able to bring you bank, right? Now, Taurus, you're a money sign, right? You're earth sign. You live in your earth energy. Page of Pentacles, I'm going to also encourage you to ground yourself and focus on the work that needs to get done, not focus on the distractions, right? Keep your mind on the task at hand, keep your mind at the goal, keep your mind on end results, because here, devil, right, coming out to say, do not get caught up in temptation, do not get caught up on in the lack. You are not tethered, right? These chains are untethered. You're not tied down to nothing. So do not tie yourself to things that aren't yours. Like I said, the minute a negative thought comes into your mind, hear it, be done with it. You're like, absolutely not, let that go. Right? The minute it starts, shut it down, let it go. Cut and clear, cancel, because it's not your energy and you keep taking it on, and it's only going to distract from the work that you need to get done. Ace of Swords. Yes, there are new contracts coming in, new agreements coming in. So you do have business opportunities coming in, Taurus, that is going to be of benefit to you. Right? So this is a new contract, new job opportunity, new business ventures, new partners coming in, signing on the dotted line, right? Ace, the sword suit is that of communication. So it's verbal, written, ASL, it's communication. It doesn't matter. It's communication, right? Connecting with someone on the internet, finding partners via the internet, via social media, via networking, via LinkedIn, whatever it is, right? I see here where you could also be reaching out to people to say, hey, I have an idea, Queen of Wands, right? Taking the initiative to reach out to the right people, because you are now in that vibrational energy of saying, you know what? I like this person. I like what they stand for. I like their business etiquette. Let me reach out. Let me see if this person wants to collab. Let me see if this person wants to sponsor. Let me see if this person is looking for an employee. Let me see if this person is looking for a job. That Queen of Wands is telling me you're taking initiative and you're following through. Remember, the Queen of Wands is magic. So whatever she puts her mind to, it is so. So make sure when you're putting your mind to something, you're focused on what you want, not what you don't want. Okay? All right, let's clarify. Billions of us are living in a perfect diversity. What does this mean, Spirit? For Taurus and their business partners or co-collaborators, colleagues. So we have the Queen of Pentacles coming in. So this is somebody that is successful already in their own right, right? The Queen of Pentacles is abundant. This is somebody who could be mature than you, right? The Queen of Pentacles energy is usually a woman that is very stable in her life, in her marriage, in her career, right? In her family. So you have someone here that is a stabling force. This person could be very different from you, ethnically, culturally, race, right? Religious practices, beliefs, ethics, ethos. They're different than you, but in the different, in the diverse, there's sameness, there's connection, because you both have a goal of getting this project, whatever it is, to the finish line and being successful in it, right? You and this person both see the benefit and the money making ability around whatever this venture is, because right now you have the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles on the board, right? Four of Cups, this person could get easily dissatisfied if things do not go their way or go the way you guys intended. So this is where your cautionary tale starts to come in, right? Because I feel like, yes, this person, and remember, you can't control people. So even though you are in control of yourself, even though you're locking down your emotions, even though you're making sure that you're always staying positive, you're always keeping your vibrations high, we really can't control other people and how other people react to loss or how they react to disappointment. But what we can do, right, is we can help to refocus their attention, like bring it back. Right? If you got to give somebody a minute to walk it off, scream, smoke a cigarette, like go ramble, let them go do that and then go back and say, okay, are we good? I know that sucked. I know that's not what we wanted, but we got to keep moving forward. Can we keep moving forward? Are you good? Right? Because you're coming through with that, hey, listen, we still got so much to do, right? With this ace, with this cup here, this ace coming in to join those three spilled cups. But mind you, so also what I'm getting from spirit is if there were three ways of doing something, one way is a partial way, and you're coming in with the rest of it to say, okay, but this is the final piece, right? You tried three options and only one is partially sticking. You're looking for that missing piece, and you guys are going to find that missing piece. But in the meantime, I see where this person's negative thoughts, Four of Cups being in their emotional bag, can disrupt the work that is being done. Be careful of that. Page of Swords, I would say be mindful of how you speak with this person, right? Be mindful if you're trying to say, hey, listen, right? This isn't gonna fly. Like, I need you to get it together. Like we gotta learn to watch the room, right? We got to learn to read the room. We got to learn to be respectful of what we say and how we say it and to who we say it, right? Page of Swords, it's young energy. So sometimes I feel like sometimes young energy gives off callous, right? Callous conversation, loose lips, loose thoughts. But sometimes young energy brings in vibrancy. It brings in a different opinion. It brings in a different viewpoint, a different way of seeing things, doing things, saying things. So two things here. Be careful of what you're saying, Taurus. But also, if you have a new idea, a fresh way of doing things, bring that up because this person, what they're looking for is the next thing that's going to make sense in this whole thing, right? We do have the Tower that comes up, a quick and sudden change. All right. Lately, I've been loving the Tower because a quick and sudden change is telling me that something is getting changed immediately. Like something is going to happen that is going to shift the momentum for you and this person, right? For you and this group of people, because it doesn't have to be just one person, but you are going to be working in a group setting here to get a vision of yours done, to get something done. Right? So even if it's like you guys work for other people, you work for a company, private sector, public sector, federal sector, whatever sector, right? You're part of a big project. It says, clarifying, I intend to co-create from my place of positive attraction. Now, this is important. Five of Pentacles. You cannot co-create and you cannot manifest from a place of lack. Right? You cannot manifest from a place of lack. This Five of Pentacles, again, is coming out as another cautionary tale. Stop focusing on what you don't want. Stop focusing on money running out the door. Stop focusing on your ideas not panning out. Stop focusing on your investment being for nothing. Stop putting your energy in the wrong direction, Taurus. Spirit is coming through heavily here, screaming this. Focus on what you want, right? I'm going to flip that money. That money's going to double up, right? That money's going to go times 10. That money, I started with $1, I'm going to end with $1 million. Like you have to focus, on what you want, and you want your money to go a long way, because baby, your money gonna be long. So stop thinking about the shortages. Okay, we don't deal with micro dollars over here. Okay, Taurus, we do not deal with micro dollars. So get out of your head and stop thinking about what you're losing, because you got to spend money to make money, and you got to be ready to spend money to make money. You can't want to be a miser and make money. That don't work, right? So spirit is also coming through here to say, have patience. This Five of Pentacles is also telling me that, yeah, you guys are going to see a little bit of a loss. Remember this Tower, this sudden change of events, right? You guys put all your eggs in a basket, and that basket toppled over, all your eggs are gone, right? You're like, damn, that was like most of my savings. This was most of the loan that we got for the business, right? Don't focus on the loss, focus on the lesson, all right? And then come back and double up. Patience, temperance, right? Temperance is coming through to say that you need to have patience, because it takes time for alchemy to work, right? But ultimately, I see Nine of Cups coming through, right? So you're recognizing, wait a minute, by that not working, we now have the solution, right? I'm getting very much here celebrating and being fulfilled, because it's like a eureka moment that happened because something wasn't right. All right. You recognizing, dang, that patience, it took time. So if that Five of Pentacles situation happened because you felt like you had to rush, you're going to be like, you know what, slow down. We don't need to rush, slow down. But in slowing down, you're looking over your last situation that just happened. How did that cup get spilled? Right? And somebody's coming through like, oh, hey, actually, here's this other cup. And have we thought about this? Because looking at that, if we had done that, that would have worked. Right? That's where that Page of Swords, that young energy for me comes in. Two of Swords, right? You're making decisions and choices. The Two of Swords for me, again, is another, I feel like it's the minor arcana version of Judgment, right? Knowing that, yeah, you have decisions to make, and it's not easy, but you're ready to make those decisions, right? Which way do we go next? How do we move? Yes, this Tower came through because you made decisive actions in a direction that is going to change how you forever see things, how you forever do things. All right, we're clarifying. Well, okay. My manifestations are the indicators of my belief. All right, one more. One more. Yeah, man. Taurus. All right, Taurus, I got the Two of Pentacles here. So my manifestations are indicators of my belief. Towards the end of this energetic period, Two of Pentacles, Taurus, yes, you are going to be seeing physical, tangible evidence of the work that you're doing paying off, right? And actually having multiple fires going, multiple pots on the stove, because you can't have a stove and a pot. Multiple pots on the stove, right? You have the High Priestess. Some of this is still hidden from you, right? Some of this is still hidden from you, but it is released in time, right? If you knew everything now, you wouldn't. So funny. I have a friend that oftentimes I have to say to her, if you knew how the story was going to end, would you still read the book? Right? Sometimes we do have to put knees to chest, do the work to get to the outcome. And the whole time we're not seeing what's ahead of us. We just know we made this right choice. I just know I should go here. Like you just instinctively know to do something because you're following that unseen force that's pulling you, that's guiding you, right? You have strength. And I love this for you, right? Taurus, you have the strength you need to tame whatever situations you're in, right? To bring any situation that you want into being. You're right now, you are so ripe with manifestation powers that spirit is saying, take this chance now. Take a chance on yourself. Don't be afraid because you're strong and you know, even though the unseen world is out there, you're protected and actually being guided by the unseen world, right? And then we have the Queen of Cups. So it's like, you're being called, no matter if you're male or female, to live in your feminine energy. Again, spirit is bringing up where I heard somewhere and I can't remember where like in Feng Shui, a resting woman is a woman who's bringing in abundance to the home. Don't, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but that's what I heard. And it stuck with me because I was like, I do not crave labor, right? I lie. I'm a corporate baddie. I can't. I love work. I love work. I know. Weird. I love work. But specifically here, Spirit wants you to know that you have the strength you need to keep moving forward, right? With this Queen of Cups, though, lean into the receptive side, lean into your feminine side. So maybe you don't have to be the one who's like going, right? Maybe your contribution is I'm the think box. Like I come up with the ideas, I sit and I help manifest what it would look like. And you are the one that needs to chest are physically out there doing it, right? That's why we needed to align. I needed the door needed the thinker. We found each other, and where one is strong, the other is weak. The other is weak, one is strong. But generous receptivity with that Queen of Cups is learning to lean into that feminine energy, learning to ask for help, learning to be of help, right? Ready to nurture this situation, nurture your business, nurture. So it's like if you're starting a new business and you're hiring staff and you're getting a work site set up, like be empathetic and nurture yourself, right? Remember, this is new, so give yourself grace. Um, but you're strong, Taurus, right? We have the Empress. So whatever this endeavor is, Taurus, I feel like this is a destined thing that you're going towards because and the divine feminine is here heavy, right? We have the Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and the Empress. The only thing that's missing is that beautiful Queen of Swords. But she sent her emissary, the Two of Swords. All right. Let's get some final messages, Spirit. Taurus, I love it. Remember, this is a time for you to manifest and co-create and bring into your life the people that are going to help you move your ambitions forward. Do not lose yourself in the process and do not lean in and focus on all these heavy conversations that are around us. Sometimes that can be super distracting to our purpose, right? All right. Thank you. All right, so the first one is be impeccable with your words. Express your love. It says impeccability of the word can be measured by your level of self-love. If you love yourself, you will express that love in your interactions with others, and that action will produce a like reaction. Yeah, it's karma. How do you want to be treated in this partnership, in this relationship, right? That's how you went into it. You're like, I want to be treated like this. This is what I expect from this collaboration. This is what is going to happen during the course of this collaboration. And never once do you focus on what won't happen, right? Who you won't talk to. All you're focusing on are the things that you're going to do to accomplish what it is that you want. Next one is be impeccable with your words. It says manifest your intentions. Again, Spirit is telling you this is the perfect time, Taurus, for you to start manifesting what it is that you need, right? Whether you're writing down your business plan on paper, you're drafting a very specific email to a specific group of people, it doesn't matter what you're doing. Just know that you are working with manifestation energy. So manifest some good shit. Focus on the good shit. Don't focus on the yaba. Don't focus on the laba laba. Don't focus on that stuff. All right? It says, regardless of what language you speak, your intent will manifest through the word. What do you dream? What you feel and what you really are will be manifested through the word. It's like, do not let the words from your mouth defile your body. Do not let the words from your mouth defile your opportunities. That's why I said, catch yourself before you wreck yourself. Anytime you hear yourself about to go down a negative road, cut it off. Create your own little tick. Like when I'm at work, I'm in public, I'll just like randomly, because I know for me, that's my cut it off. So you have to pick that. You have to find what that is for you. Because the minute some negative self-decrepit and like thought bubble is the best word I could explain it, pops into your head, cut it off. You're too good for that. You've worked so hard. You've built so much. Cut it off. Right? Don't ever sit here and let your mind hijack your future. Cut it off. All right, so don't take anything personally. It says transform your life. When you refuse to take things personally, you avoid many upsets in your life, and your feelings of anger, jealousy, and even your sadness will simply disappear if you don't take things personally. Don't take things personally. These people or this person may show up and show their ass at first, but you stick to what you know to be true. Hey, we got to get this done. We got to get this done. You stick to what you know is true. All right, Taurus. This has been your reading. It's kind of been all over the place, but I hope it makes sense. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, boost the channel. I see there's this new thing called boost the channel. Let's get me on the algorithm. Let's get me into the ears of other people so that they can receive these messages. But like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next one. Ashea.